Well, that's. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming this morning. This is the ribbon cutting for the Cobb County Police Department Police Academy. We're humbled that you all came to see our new workplace. I can't tell you how excited we are to be here today. But if you would all stand for the presentation of colors, and then remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. God's word tells us that where two or three are gathered in his presence or midst, there will I be also. So if you're willing, please bow your heads in prayer with me this morning. Our gracious Heavenly Father, how thankful we are to be in your presence, in your holy presence here this morning. We're thankful that you are a God who hears us and that you are a God who provides us with grace and mercy, even though we are undeserving of that. Father, this morning as we gather for the dedication and ribbon cutting of this building, we recognize the wisdom that you provided to our leadership here in the county. First by providing the funding, and then the location, and we're grateful for each of the hands that have taken part in the building of this great facility. And Father, we're grateful for the wisdom you provided to each of those. God, as this training center moves forward, we just ask that you'll continue to provide wisdom to those who will be out here and instructing. We're thankful for those that you've brought this way, the new recruits that will see this marvelous facility and be trained here and then go out and serve on the streets as well. Father, for those who serve here in the capacity of training, we're grateful for their initiative and their knowledge and the way that they continue to share that with others. Father, may all the things that are said and done here today bring glory to you, and we praise your name. And all God's people, join me in please saying, amen.
Amen. I have to tell you, I think this is the second time that I'm so excited to be here today. And I hate public speaking, but it doesn't matter. We've been running around like a bunch of giddy little schoolboys and ladies, training recruits and getting this place ready to go, and I think we're there now.
Well, good morning. I'm just going to keep this brief. I was looking for the aisle with all the paper towels. You know what those are? No, this is a former Big Lots building, for those who didn't know that. Yeah, so I'm glad I cued you on the inside joke here. I think it's the responsibility for every government to address the most important priority in the lives of the people they serve, and that's to protect them. That's our number one priority. And if we can't achieve that, then we have failed. And I can look at this building and all the ones that are going to come and all the ones that have already been built in the past. I look at what the board has achieved over the last 3 years, and I can very comfortably say that Cobb County and its government understand its priorities. That we know that public safety is our primary concern, and we do everything we possibly can to address the needs of the people, to protect them, to ensure this is a place where we can all safely work, live, play, and pursue our dreams. This training facility, in conjunction with the new police headquarters, in conjunction with the new firing range that's going to be built with the SPLOST dollars, are huge steps in modernizing what I believe is the best police department in the state of Georgia, if not America. I mean that sincerely. And I want to thank the board for all that you've done to join me in showing all of you that we're committed to ensuring that as long as you live in this county, we have your back and we have the backs of those police officers to make sure that they're trained, led, and equipped in a manner that is unsurpassed by any other police department in the state of Georgia, if not the United States of America. So congratulations on this magnificent achievement. Enjoy it well, all right? And let me know the night you're going to show Patton on the screen so I can come here. God bless all of you.
Good morning, everyone. Wow, is this not a state-of-the-art, gorgeous facility? So, as you all know, we have the best police department in the state and in the country as far as I'm concerned. And now we have the resources and the facility to assist our officers in training. So welcome to your new home, Cobb County PD. But I'd like to just extend a word of thanks and appreciation for our law enforcement and what they do every day, day in and day out, to protect and serve us and the citizens of Cobb County and their families, the sacrifices they make. So thank you. We appreciate you. God bless you. And happy Thanksgiving.
Good morning, everyone, and congratulations on a beautiful facility. This would not have happened without our police, our building management, our support services, IS, so many people coming together with a lot of creativity, thoughtfulness, and resourcefulness to bring what you have here today in what was formerly a BJ's that was vacant for far too long in this community. And I see some members of the community who are here with us, particularly from our business associations. When you have a place of commerce that just sits dead for a while, you wonder what that says about your community and the opportunities before you. And, we always say that, government, we play a small role in bringing our business community back. And, business drives business, but it's a beautiful thing when you see the conflation of the two and how our public organizations can work together with the private sector to help move a community along. And that's what I believe we did here. And not just in transforming an old facility, but in having a positive impact on our surrounding facilities and our surrounding businesses that I also see here represented in this room. For the men and women in public safety, thank you for all that you do. I hope that you see that this building reflects the level of investment and belief that our leadership has in you, and that this is a building that reaps benefit to the others coming behind you for many years to come. I look forward to us not also having an impact internally in our police department, but with other police departments who have the ability to become trained and also be competitive in their profession. So thank you for this diamond that came from the rough in this part of the community. And I look forward to continuing to bridge many lives here and help to protect many lives here again, not only today, but into our future. So thank you.
All right, well, good morning. This definitely took a team effort to make this happen. This started off, a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, it started off with Eddie Cannon and Dan Byers. They went out and searched hard for a piece of property, a building, something to make this happen. From there, of course, it went to it was then turned over to property, and then it was turned over to our design team. And that would be Yuki and Tashiana and Mercedes. Of course, they worked with, at the time, Captain Blackmere. And so they put together a drawing of the facility itself, a floor layout. And from that, they took it and they turned it over to Croft. And I thank you, Jim Croft and Earl, they're out here, so I do appreciate what all y'all did. They put together, of course, the plans, the permitted plans that we put out to bid to do some of the work. From there, it was turned over to property. Now, you got to imagine, most jobs you're going to go up to, you're going to see a job that you come up and you're going to see I might be a few minutes up here, I'm sorry, but I'm proud of this bunch. But when you come up to a job site, most of the time you see a sign that says Batson Cook. It might say Albion. It might say Spratling. But a contractor's on site building the property. Now, we're tight with money a lot of times in the county, and so Eddie came at the time and said, Scott, we've got to do without the contractor. We've got to figure out how to make this project happen. So property took it on themselves, and we were the contractor that did the job. So you can imagine when Jim Croft hands over the plans to property that we go get permitted, and this job, the permit was issued August the 13th, 2019. So that lets you know how long it took. So you got a set of plans like this, right? So we give these set of plans to our project manager for property, and that's Lee Bond. So you can imagine. As a contractor, where do you start? Where would you start in this big, vast, open space right here? What wall do you put up first? What screw do you put in first? You got to start ordering and setting up the next contractor to come in to do the work. A year out ago, basically from now, back August, these chairs had to come in on time. So in 2019 August, we said we were going to have a ribbon cutting, hopefully, and we would be done in October. We were done in October. So Lee had to have all this stuff in place. He had to have these chairs ordered in place so they showed up on time so they could be set in place. So Lee did a phenomenal job making this happen. So very proud of him. But it didn't happen, of course, without Terry Blackmer's vision, which was turned over to Ben. And then Ben finished it out working with Mercedes and, of course, with Croft. And when you go through here, the wow factor is you're going to see it when you walk through. That can explain what you're going to see. This auditorium is unreal. But one of the things I want to finish up here is they came from a space of 25,000 square feet, and they shared that training center with the fire department. So really, they came from 12,000 square feet, a space they shared, to train their cadets in. And now they're in a facility out of 115,000 square feet. This is amazing. This should last them a long time. A lot of times, you've seen a lot of new fire stations out there, right? I don't want to say we take care of the firemen first or have for a long time, but the firemen have got a lot of good stuff here lately, new buildings, and we finally switched it over, and now the police department, I feel, is ahead of the fire department now with a facility. With that, we couldn't have done the course without the board and approving all the stuff that we did, the purchases we made, the contractors we pulled in, but thank you.
I don't know why they look at me every time they start talking about the fire department. I'm not fire department. I tell you, and Scott, I appreciate you going back from the beginning of how this all got created, from Dan Byers and his team working with Eddie, Dan being and McWhorter Realty being the realtors for Cobb County. They've done a tremendous job at helping us find locations to either build new buildings or renovate buildings such as this over the past few years. But I also want to stop and give thanks to the citizens of Cobb County because without the SPLOST passing, this would not have been possible. And with the new SPLOST that just passed, just hold on to your belt buckle because there's a lot of great projects in that SPLOST as well that'll get built starting 2022 for the next 6 years, and we're really excited about that. But I just want to say to you that right now we feel like Cobb police are the best trained in the country, and I mean that, I don't exaggerate that. But with this facility, it's only going to provide the opportunity for them to enhance the current training that they're doing and then to expand into additional state-of-the-art training that they're constantly researching on best practices in law enforcement. And so I'm just so excited to see that for the next 40, 50 years, the police department is set for a training facility. And just like when we do build fire stations, we say we're building a 50-year facility and it looks like a little overkill, but we have no idea what this county is going to look like in 50 years from now, nor the demand on law enforcement and public safety in general 20, 30 years from now. So when you look at this and you say, boy, it really looks like overkill, no, it's just good planning. And so with that, I just want to say thank you for being here, and I am so grateful for every hand that went into this, the vision that went into this, and now we sit here today in a facility that is just mind-blowing. So thanks to everyone that had a hand in it, and I know there's going to be some that names don't get mentioned today, and for that we apologize, but this is truly what I would consider a definition of expect the best. This is what should represent Cobb County. It still amazes me that we can have what we have in Cobb County and still have the lowest millage by far than any other millage in the metro area. And it's because Cobb County is very good stewards of the money that it's provided through budgeting and through SPLOST. So thank you very much.
Chief Cox?
Thank you, Captain Cohen. I'd like to take just a second and before I say a few words and recognize some people. We've referenced retired Captain Blackmer, but some may not know who she is. So Terry, will you stand up? Terry was instrumental on the ground floor of making some of this come together. In fact, she took concepts from major police departments around this country and put them together. When you get a chance to go visit our tactical village, there's thoughts and ideas that she took from New York PD and some other police departments. I think there was one in Texas, I don't remember if it was Houston, and combined those that went into that concept of that tactical village. So I really appreciate what you did. I'm going to go ahead and just do this now. Ben, will you stand up? When Captain Blackmer retired and we moved Captain Cohen out here, not only did he had a desire to come to training and head up the training unit, but then I dropped a building project in his lap. And I'm going to tell you, police officers are not builders, and we're a fish out of water in that area. To add that to, I'm not a builder either, so I know the best thing I can do is get out of his way. So what you see here today is the combination of ideas from Terry Blackmer, work from Levon and Ben Cohen, and they have put this together. I'm the police chief. I did not do this. I just got out of the way, and that was the best thing I could have done. Because if I'd have ran this, it wouldn't have come out this good. And I do appreciate what y'all did. So thank you very much. Now, a little bit about the training center. If I can have the training staff, if they'll stand up, please. You'll see who from the police training staff will be housed out here. Okay, these are members of the training staff. Thank you, gentlemen. Y'all can have a seat. They have 2 academy classes that we refer to as mandates that are currently in training out here. 54 recruits. They're responsible for moving into this facility, getting everything transferred from the old facility to here, and continue that training, and they've been successful in doing that. In fact, Mandate 54 is on schedule, and we will have our first graduation ceremony in this auditorium for them tomorrow evening. So that was quite an endeavor. Staff, you did an awesome job. It did not go unnoticed. I really do appreciate what you did. A little bit about what this means to me. February 1985, I was hired by the Cobb County Police Department and given the privilege to be part of this organization. Back then, the Cobb County Police Department did not have its own training center. We used a regional academy. in the summer of 1985, I went to that regional academy. And if anybody knows where C.W. Matthews is on Old 41, if you have any idea, I believe it's the engineering building. It's a small building, sort of sits up near the fork of the road. That was the training academy I went to. It had 4 rooms and a garage area, and that was it. And they trained people from all over Northwest Georgia. We got good training back then, but it was so much less than what we're providing now. The training, I believe, was 8 weeks. We do 26 weeks now. The simulations, the things that we can do here are light years beyond anything that I received when I started in '85. I promise you, recruits coming out of the academy will graduate tomorrow are better trained when they hit the road tomorrow evening than I was when I started. This department and this county has come a long way, and I'm very appreciative. And it's only fitting that next week is Thanksgiving and that we're thankful for this. So to the citizens of the county who made this possible through SPLOST dollars, I really appreciate it. And also to know that we can continue this on this property through this new SPLOST with our indoor firing range in a couple of years to start building that. Not only am I appreciative, but I'm sure that some of the residents that live on County Services Road who get tired of hearing gunfire all day long and half into the evening, we're going to be very appreciative that they will no longer have to hear that within a couple of years. But it's great strides that have been accomplished. I'm the most senior person in this police department. And knowing that eventually everybody has to step aside, I've reflected back on what I wanted to see, goals that I wanted to see accomplished before I stepped away. I have 3 goals. 2 of them I will not tell you what they are. I will wait till they are completed. But I will let you know they are well on their way to being accomplished. But one of those goals was the completion of this training center and our recruits being trained here. And now we're having a ribbon cutting today. We'll have a graduation tomorrow. I think I can successfully say one of those goals has been met. And for that, for all that were involved, thank you very much, because while it was my goal, it was everybody else's accomplishment that made it happen. So thank you very much, and let me applaud you.
So you've already heard about Levon a little bit. He's threatened my life, so I can't really talk too much about him. But I can thank his lovely family for coming here today. Joy and your daughters, will please stand up. I do this because there's nobody in this room who's been in law enforcement or public safety that doesn't have a support system. If you do say so, you're lying. So I think we need to recognize what our families do. And also, we've already said thank you to the design team. Would you ladies please stand up too? Now, I have to tell you, we didn't always see eye to eye. I only have 7 colors in my head. Thank you. There's only 7 colors of the rainbow. There's only 7 colors in the world. They have, I'm sorry, Tatiana, did you say no? Well, Tatiana's in charge. So, of course, you'll see the design when you do the tour. I had nothing to do with any of the cool designs. They did all that, and thank you. And my 2 buddies up on the top left, trying to be as far away as possible, Martin and Keith. Keith and Martin have become part of that family, and I want to say thank you guys for your hard work. So now we're getting close to the ribbon cutting ceremony, where we're going to get up, we're going to cut this ribbon, and then we're going to do a tour. But then we're going to eat, because I like to eat, and everybody likes to eat. And Juan, I saw you come in here. Juan Valentes, where are you, sir? Oh, there he is. I think he, out of the goodness of his heart, he bought us all lunch today. It's being catered, and after we're done here, if you don't want to go on a tour, you can go eat, or if you want to eat and then go on a tour, I do the tour first. You might be too tired afterwards. but you're more than welcome, and thank you, Juan, for doing that. We all really appreciate it. We've already begun. We actually had a soft opening on October 14th when we all moved all of our stuff. We're not like headquarters and have movers, so we did it ourselves. Oh, sorry. I did like working here. But what we're going to do, our goal is to make the best police officers in the state, the Southeast, and the United States. So we started some programs. Police management program is coming here, summer of 21, that provides supervisory certificates, management certificates, college credits. We're partnering with Reinhardt University, American Public University, so when our recruits, like me, when I first started here, I didn't even know how to spell college. They're going to leave with a number of credit hours for those universities because of the curriculum that our mandate staff has put together and our advanced training staff. That way, we have a more educated police officer. So they'll leave here physically fit, smarter, and overall better citizens. We're bringing the Dolan training groups here. They're a nationally known training organization. We've got the FBI leadership training coming here 3 times this year, so we can get training to our first line supervisors, middle managers, and our executive staff. Because it doesn't matter if you've been here 35? If you've been here 35 years or you've been here 3 years, or if you're a raw recruit, you got to keep training. And that's what we're planning on doing at every level. So we want to fill this place up with public safety personnel. That includes fire department. We'll rent this place for a small fee. But that's what we're going to do with this place. As long as Chief lets me work here, we're going to keep bringing in new programs, new training, and that's all I have to say for today, so thank you very much. So now I'm going to hand out some scissors. We're going to cut the ribbon, go eat, and tour the facility.